So here's yet another example why guys don't get involved with the single MWEMs. You want to have a family one day? Find a gal that doesn't have any kids and you can have them with her and they're your own kids. Otherwise, you're going to be dealing with a whole lot of drama. And not just when the kids are young, but also when they become adults, because usually they become adult children because of how she can potentially spoil them. And not only is she going to be, her time and dedication to them going to be going to them, but also her money, or in many cases, your money. Titled, Am I the a-hole for canceling a vacation because my wife can't pay her share after helping her adult son and ex-husband? Now listen to this. You'll see what I'm talking about here. My wife, a 44-year-old female, makes quite a bit less than me. I'm a 45-year-old male. So our joint expenses are split 70-30. For the most part, things like vacations are where we bought a house are decided based on what she can afford, but there have been several times I paid in full for vacations, places I really enjoy, and want to share the experience with her. So he's making 70% comes from him. Not a good idea. She has a 23-year-old son from her previous marriage. Smack! He got with a single mom. Why do you think she got with you? You're paying 70% of things. What a great deal for her. When she and I got together, I told her I wouldn't mind paying extra for things here and there until her son was 18 and working or in school so she could take care of him. That's what she was hoping for, dumbass. For the majority of our relationship, he's lived with his father. He decided against college or trade school and hasn't expressed any interest in starting to figure out a plan for the immediate future, let alone his life. He floats from job to job, and his father's pretty much the same way, and that's how it's been since he graduated. Well, there's a stereotype for the Gen Z tards out there, and obviously not all Gen Zs are like this, but a lot of you are, and you know it. 23 years old. No interest in college, no interest in trade school, no interest in doing anything for himself, just floating around, crappy job to crappy job, and you're going to see why he can do this. And his dad's the same way. Why do you think she got with this guy who's telling the story to begin with? Therein lies the problem. Every few months, they'll call her for a few $100s here, a few $100s there. $20 this week, $80 the next. Sometimes it's her son calling for help, and sometimes it's her ex-husband. This guy writing the story is an idiot. He's an idiot because he got involved with a single mom who obviously got together with him because her ex couldn't afford things, and he is allowing her to send all his money to her adult son and ex-husband, because at the end of the day, it's going to come from his money, regardless of what she says is coming from her bank account, because that's money that he can no longer have towards things he likes. He should never tolerate this bullshit, ever. He should draw a line in the sense that no freaking way, otherwise I'm out of here. She's enabling the kid's behavior and the ex-husband, and he's enabling her behavior. I'm not done yet. This has caused her to be short on funds for our plans or things she's volunteered to cover on more than one occasion. So then this guy has to pay for things. See what I'm talking about? Her reasoning, when it's her ex asking, is that their son still lives with him and she has to help him. I get that to a point. No. He's 23 years old. Have some responsibility, you dumb jackass, and get a fucking job or be on the path towards a career, not bouncing around. We were supposed to go on vacation later this month. Nothing major or fancy, but just some time away. We'd agreed to split the cost, and all that was left to pay were the hotels, rental car, and some reservations. Her ex-husband called getting his car out of impound and getting caught up on rent. What a loser. The car is an impound, not her problem. Bat behind on rent, not her problem. Their son hasn't been able to get to work without the car because he doesn't want to ride a bike or take a bus. Oh, boo-hoo, crybaby. Guess what? A lot of people take a bus to get to work to do what they got to do. Spoiled brat, because she spoils him. Almost $5,000 later, they set up, and my wife told me she can't pay for her portion of her vacation. So I told her I was canceling it. Hey, I'd cancel it too. I'd cancel it so that she can't go and you go. Why is this guy losing out on some vacation, some time off because of her? She called me a heartless ass, and she's just taking care of her son, and we've been arguing over it ever since. My stance on this. My stance is this. They're both able-bodied adults that keep making a series of life decisions that keep them at a standstill, like quitting jobs over little things, smoking, and going out. and her always digging them out of their hole and starting to impact our lives more and more. And I didn't sign up for that. Am I the a-hole for canceling our vacation instead of just footing the entire cost myself? You're the a-hole because you married her. Why'd you have to get together with this woman here who's clearly with you to pay for shit? Why haven't you been checking her all along, saying, no, you're not going to be sending money to your ex-husband, and I want to hear it's for your kid, and especially when the kid refuses to do anything to establish himself in this world. So long as she keeps sending money, that they're just going to keep screwed up in life and bouncing around. And at the end of the day, this is the guy paying for it. This guy should have drawn a line in the sand and said, either you're going to cut that shit or we are done. Yeah, you take a hit in the divorce, but it's better than being disrespected. This is what I'm talking about, guys. The single MOMs get together with the guy who can provide, and then they're going to be dealing with their kids and bullshit with them, and not just when they're young, but also adult children. And I might add, this is what happens when moms are the ones in charge of the sons and the children because they'll spoil them. Now, he also says, to clarify, she contributes 30% of her pay to our joint expenses, bills, utilities, emergency fund, and retirement. 70% of her pay she keeps for her personal expenses and to spend or how she wishes. Dates, vacations, and fun things we choose to do together are budgeted and planned based on what we can afford from our personal funds. Pool that money goes to and then pay together. Well, really, at the end of the day, his money is their money and her money is her money, the majority of it. No, this is bullshit. She should be paying more than 30% of the expenses, regardless of what she makes. And this bullshit's got to stop. So there you go, guys. No, he's not the a-hole for canceling the vacation. Now, he should just go off on his own. If I'm him, I'm talking to a lawyer, finding out my options, finding out how bad am I going to get hit if I divorce her. How bad am I going to get hit? So that way I know when I lay down the law with her and say, you're going to stop sending them money, otherwise we're done. He knows how bad he's going to take a hit. So, guys, you guys out there, relationship guys, and there are plenty of you, don't deny it. Don't get involved with the single MOMs. I know there are exceptions. Not everyone's going to use guys, everything, but even the good ones who are good to you and respect you and all that, you're still going to be dealing with their kids. And maybe they have great kids and you get off lucky, or you're going to be dealing with kids that are little shitheads or spoiled or fuck-ups, and in one form or another, you're dealing with them. Even though you say, I'm not going to deal with them, in some way, they're going to impact you. So better to get together with the ones that are no children, and you can start fresh. Now, a few comments for a wrap this up. The whole comment section is just on this guy's side. Oh, by the way, I forgot he had something in the comment section, so I'm going to mention this. A little more info here. He says, he's responding to somebody's comment. He says, the kicker of this is, I suggested to her before that if she wants to help him, he can move in with us. I get her wanting to help her son, and he's always been closer to his dad, and wanted to be with his dad because he didn't have as many rules living with him. Ding, ding, ding. If he was at a trade school or college, I'd have no problem covering him some of our finances and recreational time so she could help him. But any suggestion to move forward and improve just her son's circumstances are always met with resistance. She would say it's hard for him to wake up and be on time for a 9:30 job. He's not used to it. He feels safer driving to work. His friends are there. He gets bored easily, so he quit. He just needs time to figure out himself. Not everyone is cut out to work a job. You have to wear a button-up shirt. These are all the excuses the mom's making. This is why boys need a father, a male role model, a good one, that are going to say, no, I'm going to handle our son, but I'm going to also have a say in the kids. I don't care if he doesn't like the job. I don't care if he doesn't like having to be at the job at, God forbid, 9:30 in the morning, or a button-up shirt. He's going to get off his ass and learn responsibility, and we're not going to be paying for him the rest of our lives. But these soft mommies who baby their children, this is what you get. No joke. But again, this guy is the bonehead that married her and let this go on for so long. Now some comments, just a couple here. One guy says, not the a-hole. She has crossed the line from helping her son and as well into enabling her son and ex-husband. You're right that they're both able-bodied adults and they're both choosing to be lazy because they know your ex will give them whatever they ask for. The son could have continued working but didn't because he didn't want to ride the bus. That is a choice, not a need. Right, they know at the end of the day, she's always going to pay for shit. It's a codependent thing, and she's also just, a jackass. Honestly, you should spend time Honestly, you should spend the time you would have been on vacation talking with your wife about learning the difference between helping and enabling. If she wants to help her son to live a full adult life, she has to accept that continuing to bail him out of unpleasant situations will hold him back. She doesn't care, because he'd be speaking logic and she'd be going by emotions. All right, and I guarantee you, this kid, next thing you know, this kid's gonna knock up some girl, and now this guy too, he'll be raising the grandkids. This is what happens when you don't prepare your children for real life, guys. I can't stress that enough. You're gonna be taking care of them forever. Another one, not the a-hole. Wife is supporting two fully capable adults who find it easier to get handouts than work a steady job or make reasonable decisions about spending money. It appears she will continue to do this until she's shown real-world consequences. Yeah, here's a consequence. You're going to cut this crap out right now or we're done. Fine, I'll take the hit, because if, say, you divorced her, and no doubt, depending on how long they've been together, have married, and I think it's been a while, she'll probably get the house, and she'll probably get a chunk of change, and you know what will happen? At the end of the day, she'll give it all away to her stupid-ass son and ex-husband, and she'll be bled dry. But frankly, I don't think she's going to change, even if he laid down the law. She'll just find ways to squirrel away money and give it to the kid and stuff like that. But he needs to really, at the very least, stand up for himself. But this is what happens, guys, if you don't stand up for yourself and check, as well as getting involved with these types. So there you go, yet another reminder.